It's a relatively small block of flats facing enormous problems. Tucked away in Leeds city centre, the Timblebeck building has 25 apartments and a catalogue of fire safety defects only uncovered since the Grenfell Tower disaster.
It's the timber cladding that's been used just in small parts above and below the windows, and then it's the missing compartmentation breaks.
Nothing has yet been done to put the problems right, but leaseholders like Rachael have already been hit with eye-watering bills.
All in all, last year cost me £12,000, so that included the waking watch, about £3,000 for a new alarm system, still a temporary alarm system, and about £1,000 in extra insurance costs. Not a bit of work has been done on this building yet, but £12,000 of my hard-earned money's gone already.
Rachael bought the flat under a discount scheme for £90,000. She's now waiting to find out how much she may have to pay to make it safe.
So what we've been told is that it would be £2.4 million for this building, where there are only 25 leaseholders. £107,000 is the guess for how much of my share of the remediation at the moment.
So the cost of doing the work to make your flat safe is actually more than the value that you have in it.
And this idea that we won't pay at all just seems nonsensical, because they've already said that they won't cover all of the costs.
When it comes to paying to replace dangerous cladding on buildings like Timblebeck, size matters. The government has said it will fund repairs for buildings over 18 metres in height. Now it measures that distance from the ground, not to the roof, but to the top storey flat. And in the case of Timblebeck, that distance is short of 18 metres, but only by a foot.
It meant that residents faced an anxious wait to find out if they'd receive funding. They've now been told that the building is just eligible. Others in smaller blocks have already had the news that they'll miss out. But even those that qualify for funding don't know how much they'll get. In the meantime, bills are mounting up, and in this crisis it seems no one is immune.
It's grossly unfair.
Richard Shelton bought his flat at Timblebeck when he was cast as Adam Forsyth in Emmerdale.
I know I've handled things badly!
Now living in the United States and letting out the property, he's been out of work during the pandemic. Paying £6,000 for safety patrols was a struggle.
I had to get a loan. I had to agree for a finance plan in order to meet those costs. I'm not stupid. I'm not foolish. I've been around a long time. And yet I have become embroiled in this horrible situation, which is not it's not my fault. And it's none of our fault, and that's the thing that's truly disturbing.
If the fire caught on that, it'd go right up the building.
Fellow leaseholder Steve owes thousands of pounds already. The prospect of further bills is hugely worrying.
If I really thought about it every single day, I wouldn't be able to actually get out of bed. It's had a huge impact on my mental health. I'm being treated for anxiety and depression. I've got ADHD, so you can imagine how it antagonises that. Because it's the unknown, I don't know if this is going to be okay. I would walk away from this now. If someone said, right, well, whatever profit you're going to make, we'll take that off you. As long as I didn't have the CCJs because of the bankruptcy, and they would clear what's left of my mortgage, I would give this 2-bedroom city centre apartment to whoever would take it off me so I could sleep at night again.
That's the extent of the toll this is taking on you.
I can't sleep.
With no end in sight to this crisis for Steve and thousands like him, the sleepless nights continue. Sam Casey, ITV News in Leeds.